Fasten your seatbelts and grab your aviators. Top Gun Maverick has finally touched down in theaters, and it's looking to reignite the need for speed that took your breath away over 30 years ago. With jaw-dropping aerial stunts and a soundtrack that'll make your heart pound, this sequel has everyone talking. But the big question is, does it soar to new heights, or crash and burn in a blaze of nostalgia? We're diving deep into that today. Stick around, because this is a review you won't want to miss. Hello, movie buffs! Today, we embark on a journey through the intensely gripping plot of Top Gun Maverick. The narrative introduces us to a compelling cast of characters, each bringing a unique perspective to this captivating saga. As we maneuver ourselves through this labyrinth of emotions and events, we start identifying with the characters, basking in their triumphs and feeling a pang in their losses. The primary theme of Top Gun Maverick emerges with a heightened sense of clarity as the plot unfolds. This pervading theme, which we will examine in greater detail in this review, sets Top Gun Maverick on a pedestal and justifies its absolute brilliance. As we delve into the character analysis, let's begin with our protagonist. Bold, fierce, and flawed, giving him certain depths and layers that will not fail to intrigue you. Maverick, an aptly named character, undergoes a striking transformation as the plot unfolds. The once reckless, hotshot pilot matures into a more thoughtful and introspective individual. The supporting characters are more than just backdrops to Maverick's journey. They are integral elements of the plot, each with their own distinctive essence and significance, which enhances the overall depth of the story. Every character, protagonist or supporting, brings forth a dynamic narrative component, making the film a riveting watch. Our protagonist, embodied with unwavering ardor by the iconic Tom Cruise, truly pushes the boundaries of his acting skills. Cruise uniquely interprets his character, infusing it with an energy that is equally compelling and captivating. Let's delve into footage of Cruise's breathtaking portrayal, so the audience can appreciate the nuances of his performance. Equally as impressive, the performances of the supporting cast merit recognition. They perform in harmonic synchrony, providing a solid backbone for the film's narrative. Here, through these snippets of supportive cast performances and their respective interviews, we can perceive the depth of talent that each actor has brought to the film. Each supporting role is a thread in the rich tapestry of this cinematic masterpiece. The film's dialogue is noteworthy. Actors breathe life into the otherwise plain lines with their dedicated delivery, giving the movie a raw and emotional feel that keeps you invested. Screenplay coherence is a beast that this movie tames with finesse. Whether it's easing us into the world of the story or developing the plot, the scenes align and the pacing is just right. But where the film particularly shines is in its believability. The high stakes, the characters' struggles, and their triumphs feel so real that you're left questioning reality itself. A testament to excellent scriptwriting. Perhaps the best thing to say about the dialogue and screenplay is that it doesn't just tell a story, it lets you live it. One does not need to be an experienced cinephile to appreciate the visual grandeur of this film. The filmmakers meticulously picked out visually stunning landscapes, breathing life into the story by making it an integral part of the narrative. It's a feast for the eyes. From the subtle hues of the sunsets to the bustling cityscapes, each frame is like a meticulously painted canvas. But the real highlight of the film's visual prowess lies in its action scenes. Hair-raising, jaw-dropping, adrenaline-pumping sequences that left us on the edge of our seats, intercut with intimate, close-up shots that reveal every fleeting emotion. The cinematography of these action sequences is perhaps where the film's visuals truly shine. The judicious use of slow-mo, the sweeping camera movements, and the masterful angles all work together to create these truly unforgettable sequences. The seamless blend of aesthetics and dynamism is commendable. Creative storytelling through cinematography at its best. Truly, the visuals of this film lended a poetic quality that tugs at not just our senses, but at our very hearts. In the world of cinema, the power of a good score cannot be overstated. A soundtrack can indeed be the soul of a movie and intensify its scenes a great deal. This is particularly true for our feature film. Several scenes stand out for their carefully chosen soundtrack. which not only complements the action, but also leads your senses, whispering what to feel. Let's discuss in detail some standout moments. The composer of the movie, whose genius work we are familiar with, has once again managed to weave magic into the frames with the intelligently curated pieces of music. What comes as an interesting comparison is the differentiation in the scores from the original movie. The remake beautifully echoes the predecessor, yet reinvents in its own distinct tune. To truly appreciate the soundtrack's influence, one needs to watch and compare certain scenes from the original and the remake, observing how the music molds our emotions differently in each version. Indeed, the film's soundtrack and score are a crucial element, lifting up, adding depth, and breathing life into each scene. An outstanding musical collaboration that has certainly enriched the movie-watching experience. Navigating through an impressive labyrinth of emotion, camaraderie, competition, and inheritance, this movie resonates with audiences on many levels. The friendship theme is celebrated convincingly. Over a reel of images, we witness the evolution of this beautiful relationship from nascent articulations to the trials that test their bond. A dichotomous energy animates the storyline as we look at rivalry, an integral and captivating element of the film. The director has truly been able to add depth and dimension to this competition. Legacy and generational ties get a salient mention, interspersed through the narrative, and yet silently creating a captivating subtext. The movie harbors many underlying messages, subtly woven into its narrative fabric. These messages, interpreted in various ways, add another layer to our viewing experience. The film thrives on this gamut of themes, sensibly balancing each one without disturbing the central narrative. Allowing each viewer to partake in the emotional journey, it welcomes myriad interpretations. It's undeniable that the movie has left a significant imprint on pop culture. Everywhere you look, you can see shades of its influence, whether in other films, TV series, or even music. Now, let's turn our attention to the sequel. It's common knowledge that crafting an impressive follow-up to a beloved original is no easy task. Comparisons, warranted or not, are inevitable. Let's start with the aesthetic. The sequel maintains the visual DNA of its predecessor while adding new elements that breathe freshness into the familiar. Yet, when it comes to their reception, the impressions diverged. While the original received an overwhelmingly positive response, the sequel met with a more, let's say, mixed bag of opinions. At the box office, the sequel held its ground fairly, but still fell short compared to the original's groundbreaking success. Overall, while the sequel does carve its own path, it still lives in the shadow of the original. As the curtain falls, it's time to reflect upon the film as a whole. Rarely do we come across such splendid storytelling, packed with mesmeric performances that leave a lasting impact. The intricacies of the plot intricately weave a tapestry of human experiences, capturing the complex shades of reality. The entire cast has done a commendable job, and the technical elements matched in brilliance. The thoughtful cinematography, the pacing that feels just right, and the hauntingly beautiful score come together to create a cinematic experience that, quite simply, takes your breath away. It's a film that challenges you, enchants you, and, at the end of the day, makes you fall in love with the power of cinema all over again. It's a must-watch for anyone who believes in the art that movies truly can be. A masterpiece in its own right, this film packs a punch that will linger in your thoughts long after the credits roll. Definitely a film to recommend, to see, to savor, and to remember.